Fortnite OG, the 1 month long Fortnite season that took us back to the original Fortnite island. We all know what Fortnite OG is because it was the biggest success of all time in Fortnite history, bringing in a absolutely unheard of world record breaking 44.7 million players in a single day, with similar player counts that lasted the entire season up until the very end of it. This season was so intensely successful that Epic Games has decided to give us a second one of these seasons for Chapter 2 Season OG coming in November of 2024. But let me ask you, is this a healthy business model? Is it okay to keep recycling your game's past content again and again? Well, hey everyone, I'm LitC, your favorite yappin' yapper. I've been through a lot this past week, so y'all's support is greatly appreciated. So make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Fortnite OG took us back to the original Fortnite we know from 2017 and 2018. It gave more original Fortnite players the chance to go back to that original game that they played and loved all those years ago, and it gave new players the chance to experience it all for themselves for the first time. The way it worked is that for every week of the month, Fortnite OG would cycle through original Fortnite Chapter 1 seasons, which means changing loot pools, gameplays, and POIs every single week. Fortnite OG was content stacked and brought in so many new and old players into the game to try it out. But all that content throughout that season that got added was all stuff that was recycled from Chapter 1. A lot of that stuff, admittedly though, we haven't seen since Chapter 1. So is there even a problem with this? Chances are probably not. It was recycling content, sure, but it was also content we haven't seen in half a decade. But should the question of if Fortnite is healthy or not even be on the table then? The season only lasted a month and brought in tons of new and old players, those incredible player counts still leaking into Fortnite as we see it today. Well, this is where I can compare two of my hyperfixations to prove a point. Sonic the Hedgehog. You either love him or you hate him, IGN. On November 1st, 2011, Sonic Generations came out to see great success from critics and fans alike. Sonic Generations took Sonic and his younger counterpart from the original classic Sonic games and threw them into levels from their past. Sonic ran through Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, Speed Highway, Seaside Hill, etc. And it was all super cool at the time because we were seeing these past stages in a new, modern light, where you play through those levels in a new and old gameplay style such as Modern Sonic and Classic Sonic. Sonic Generations was such a success, in fact, that future Sonic games would also follow in its footsteps. Sonic Mania, also an incredible game, brought back more of those original classic Sonic stages and recycled them for levels such as Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone again. However, the common sentiment for that game is that the best parts of that game were the few original levels that were made for Sonic Mania. Sonic fans, more or less, gave this game a pass too because recycling old stages was still a bit new concept to the series at the time, and had only happened one other time back in Sonic Generations. And then Sonic Forces came out soon after. Once again, reusing stages like Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant Zone, but going even further to bringing back classic Sonic from Generations to reprise his role as the 2D side-scroller gameplay that he had back in Sonic Generations. This caused the Sonic fandom to finally realize that continuing to hold on to the past wasn't healthy for the games. People wanted original gameplay and original levels, and then 5 years later, Sonic Frontiers came out and reuses Chemical Plant Zone, Green Hill, and Sky Sanctuary again for almost all the game's cyberspace stages. On top of that, straight up reusing level design from those games too. Luckily, Sonic Frontiers was a way better game than Sonic Forces, but a lot of the game's criticism, once again, came from the sole fact that they just kept reusing old stages and even stage designed from the past Sonic games for modern titles. So how the heck does this have anything to do with Fortnite? Well, Fortnite OG is Sonic Generations. It was the first time Fortnite recycled its old content in a modern way for new audiences. It brought back classic Fortnite gameplay and stripped away a lot of the future additions to the game that the game had received in future chapters. It was completely back to basics. Okay, well, what about Fortnite Chapter 2 OG? That's Sonic Mania. Once again, recycling content from the past, only this time for Fortnite Chapter 2. And while at the time of this video, it hasn't come out yet, I'm sure it'll still be a massive success just like Sonic Mania. But what would happen if Fortnite just kept doing OG seasons every year? Well, while we might not know for certain, it could get old quickly. I'm looking forward to Fortnite Chapter 2 OG, but I'm also worried about the future of Fortnite. What if it keeps trying to grapple onto its past, thinking it's the only way to see extreme success, much akin to how the Sonic franchise felt like it was doing it for so long? What if we mostly stop seeing anything new out of Fortnite, because why would Epic Games do so much work if they could just recycle their old work and rake in millions of dollars with minimum effort? In ways, I'm even more worried about Fortnite going down this road than Sonic did. At least, there were still some original content in games like Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania. But here, with Fortnite, it's all recycled old work. There was only a few things new added in the first OG Fortnite season that wasn't reused, and one of those things was just a event that was at the end of the season that was literally a retelling of one of the Chapter 1 events with small changes, before becoming a massive advertisement for Fortnite's upcoming metaverse. So think about it for a second from the most unbiased standpoint you could possibly reach. Is this healthy for Fortnite? Is it really healthy to keep recycling all this old content? Do you not think that will get old quickly? Okay, well, why not just make OG Fortnite a permanent game mode alongside whatever chapter of Fortnite the game is currently in, giving people more options on what to play? I get the idea behind this, but it just wouldn't work out in the long run. Fortnite OG would not receive as many updates to it as the main BR, and even then, all the updates they would get for their game mode would just be more recycled content. Even if they rotate out maps, seasons, loot pools, POIs every few weeks for OG, it just wouldn't be interesting after a while. We know this because we know how impatient the Fortnite community is. I covered this in a previous video, but the Fortnite community can't even be happy and content with the game they're playing for over 2 weeks before they need an update to the game to be happy again. Summer updates are a great example of this. Okay, so how would I even be able to have this foresight that Fortnite OG would just become stale as a permanent game mode? That's easy. Let's take a look at Fortnite Reload, a game mode very similar to OG Fortnite that rotates out its loot pool every few weeks. Fortnite Reload was extremely popular when it first came out, but any game mode really is that when it first comes out. But how's the mode doing now a little over 2 months after it released? Now, as you can see, it still does have great numbers, but its numbers have dropped significantly and no longer has numbers that are even remotely close to what the main Battle Royale gets regularly. But Reload isn't exactly OG, how am I able to use it as a comparison? Well, Fortnite Reload and Fortnite Battle Royale both tackle the same demographic of Fortnite players. You replace Reload with Fortnite OG and it's still targeting the same demographic of players. And when one more is just getting more new content for it, more people are going to be playing the normal Battle Royale rather than OG. Yeah, so what's the problem with this then? You're just giving more players more options on what they could play. More players are more players, and it doesn't matter if it's splitting the player base. Okay, so think about it. Fortnite Battle Royale has 8 different ways you can play it. With builds, it's either solo, duos, trios, or squad, and it's the same thing for Fortnite Zero Build. This isn't even factoring in ranked Fortnite and ranked Zero Build with all those accompanying team modes and even ranked lobbies. Fortnite is already splitting the Battle Royale player base up a lot, and if they continue to do so, soon, queue times are going to get even longer, there are going to be more bots in your lobbies, aka fake players, and skill-based matchmaking is going to become progressively screwed up. But then you got the people who think Fortnite should not have new maps or new gameplay styles. No, There are some people out there who want Fortnite to stop evolving and just be OG Fortnite forever. Not even just as a side mode like I just discussed, no. They want it as the only game mode. And so I have to ask those people, do you like Fortnite? Do you want to see this game succeed? Then why are you asking for it to die a slow and painful death by being too far stuck in the past to not even try to evolve? Because whether you like it or not, Fortnite has to evolve. There is even an argument to be had that Fortnite had to evolve into a metaverse to stay relevant instead of just continuing to just focus on new Battle Royale experiences, because who knows how much longer the Battle Royale genre is going to stay relevant. And with all that being said, you'd still want Fortnite to try to relive its quote-unquote glory days and never try to evolve. This might be a hot take. Heck, this whole video might have people steaming. But if Fortnite OG went on any longer than 1 month, it probably would have tanked. Fortnite needs to evolve, and I've been saying this ever since Fortnite Chapter 1 when I started playing the game. So, ultimately, I want Fortnite to stop doing OG seasons after Chapter 2 OG. I want this for the sake of the game's health, and so the game can stay relevant by improving on itself instead of being stuck in the past. Now, call me biased all you want. You could say that, oh, you just don't like OG Fortnite, even though that's not true. But if Fortnite OG does continue past Chapter 2 OG, then eventually we'd get Chapter 3 OG. I love Chapter 3 with all of my heart. It is my favorite Fortnite chapter by an incredibly large margin, and I'd love to go back to it. So I am actively sacrificing the chances of going back to Chapter 3 for the sake of this game's health. What I want Fortnite to do is to stop recycling old content, and instead be inspired from it. Making new things with the ideas of the old. Don't reuse POIs and maps, but instead make new maps and POIs inspired from those past ones. For example, imagine a Fortnite map with the POIs inspired off of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2's POIs. The flawless gameplay and flow and great map design from the Chapter 3 map, and the heavily super beautiful graphics of Chapter 4's map, along with Chapter 4's incredible gameplay mechanics and great loot pool. And on top of all that, you can continue to add original concepts to the game that we have never seen before. That is the best I can ever see Fortnite becoming. Inspired off the old ideas, while making new ones. Fortnite doesn't need OG. Fortnite never needed OG. All it needed was to just keep evolving what worked into the idea that I just presented to you now. Don't let Fortnite fall into the same issue that the Sonic fanbase has been in for so long. And as for all those who cannot play Fortnite if it's anything but OG Fortnite, then I'm sorry, but Fortnite just isn't for you now. Because Fortnite will never be the same game that you played back in 2017/2018 again. Thank you so much for making it to the end of today's video. This is probably, so far, my favorite video to ever make. This has been a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time now. So make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out more than you could ever imagine. Tell me your thoughts on the video down below. But I do have something a little more personal to talk about quickly before we end the video here. This last week has been the hardest week of my life. I've been through crippling anxiety because I was having a moral crisis. But recently, I have resolved that. I have come to terms with my issues and have found inner peace. I feel like a totally new person, and some of these life changes I'm going to be making in my life now will also affect this channel. But not much, so don't get too worried. But there will be changes. Good changes, for the better me. So, thank you all for the support. I am truly growing one of the best communities in this entire game's content space. Thank you. And a massive thanks to all my channel members, as well as my absolutely incredible editor, Channel Pup. But until next time, stay lit, and I'll see you later.